Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy. As you can see from the title of this video, guys, unfortunately I relapsed. You know what I'm saying? I just want to share you guys my experience, my thought process, like what led up to it, and hopefully I could give you guys some insight on how to approach this situation and what to do and what not to do. Things that I've missed, things that kind of went back in the back of my mind that was really important and that was really crucial to this walk, right? To this path. So, first things first, I noticed on like second to going into the third week of this retention journey is that I didn't see it at the time, but I was actually glowing. Like even in my videos, like I didn't notice it while I was in it, but looking back now after a relapse and just seeing the quality of like the recent videos of on my high streak, the video quality is better. And it's like it's not because I changed my camera, it's not because I changed um like the settings in my on my phone. It's still the same phone, it's still the same me, it's still the same. The only thing that was different is I was in a different timeline. I was vibrating and my frequency was on another, I want to say like a parallel universe, you know what I'm saying? I was living in a life where I was not releasing. And that version of me, I saw a glimpse of it, as you guys probably saw, just like a little glimpse of who I was, the version of who I am in those videos, right? Even though it was like short lived, at least you could see like a glimpse of who you can be in this semen retention journey. And right now, I, I recently relapsed, right? And and I will explain to you guys how it happened and what led up to it. So, before I even go there, I just want to let you guys know, like, if you guys are walking this path, do not give up. If you guys relapse, you know, I want to say like just take your time. Don't rush into it right away. Make sure you're grounded. Make sure you learn what you needed to learn. There, a relapse happens for a reason, and you need to figure out what caused it, and not externally, but internally also. So here I'm gonna share you guys what happened, right? So recently, you know how I was sharing, I was going on side hustles. Like the side hustles I was doing was through my phone. I was getting money through my phone, right? Doing certain tasks and stuff. And I just kind of got overexcited with the opportunity that was presented to me. Like I don't make a lot of money, so extra income kind of, or just having money felt nice. I'm used to not having money, so I'm like, okay, well, this is different. I'm gaining financial opportunities, and I want to take this. So, which is not bad, which is great, right? So, in that process, I was meeting certain deadlines so I could get bonuses. And guys, I undermine the topic of diet because it's like I want to get to the topic of diet, but it's like there's like a wall before I get to that topic because it's like a part of me, a part of me is kind of resistance toward a certain diet, certain things that I'm able to take because it's like a part of me refuses to believe that certain products can make me relapse. And it's like, but that's just something I have to get over personally. So, so yeah, there was this deadline I had to meet, and I know from past experience, if I drink a certain type of energy drink, out there's like 99% of me relapsing. But at the same time, it's like, well, actually now there's two things. So what caused me to relapse is me relying on the energy drink to meet this certain deadline to get a financial bonus. And I know that it's like, from previous data, from previous observation on this semen retention journey, I know for a fact that if I drink the certain energy drink, I'm gonna relapse. However, I still did it to meet a certain deadline for financial gain. Now, is it worth it? Is it worth for me relapsing? It doesn't feel worth it right now when I'm making this video for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, is like a certain amount of money worth relapsing for? You know what I mean? And that's just only one part of it. The greatest thing above all of it, because those are just like micro tangibles of why I like relapse. But the main concept, the main thing that made me, the spiritual root of me relapsing was because of me leaning to my own understanding instead of God, right? So in my head, I'm like, wow, I only have 24 hours to complete this task, and I have to spend at least 20 hours to even accomplish this without taking breaks, right? So in my head, I'm like, all right, well, I'm already sleepy, but I have to push through it. In my head, I'm like saying, I need something to get through this, to accomplish this. Instead of relying on God, instead of relying on his understanding, because who knows, maybe I wasn't supposed to get that bonus. Maybe I was supposed to just relax and just, you know what I mean? Because the timeline wasn't there. I wasn't in the word as I should be. You know, there's a lot of intangibles that went along with it, right? And it's just like, but the main thing that really struck to me was me leaning on my own understanding, me leaning on the understanding of, if I drink this energy drink right now, I will be able to accomplish this deadline thing and receive money for it. And it's like, in my head, I'm like, maybe I wasn't supposed to get this bonus. Maybe I was, maybe instead of solely focusing on the bonus, maybe I should have focused on God and know that he is the ultimate provider, right? If I let that opportunity pass by, fear of missing out, then I'm putting God behind what I want at the moment. You know what I mean? I'm putting God behind the thing I want to accomplish. And it's like, and this is such a complex, difficult thing to grasp, because it's like it goes against it goes against my logic. It goes against my perception, my perceived reality. It goes against everything I can comprehend with the given information in my surroundings, in my own reality. And it's just like, literally, I trusted in my own judgment instead of consulting with the Most High, instead of relying on his counsel, instead of relying on his vision. I trusted my vision more. I trusted what's best for me more. And now it's like after a relapse, it's like, okay, well, I accomplished this deadline. However, it's like, is it worth it? Because I feel like even though I accomplished this little small goal, I can only imagine what God has planned for me outside of that. You know what I mean? It's like He has other things set up for me that I may not be perceiving at the moment or my current situation that has more benefits for the expense of my energy. And it's like, and this is why it's like such a complex topic, right? It's like if if you're not in faith, some of this stuff is not going to make sense to you because it goes against logic, like leaning not on your own understanding, but leaning on God. That concept is not going to make sense to worldly people. It's just because the faith factor is not there, which is, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, that's you, right? As for me, every time I lean on my own understanding, I am prone to relapsing. And uh, I just hope that this will help somebody in this walk. And I also want to, there's a lot of things I want to do that I just don't want to say right now because I'd rather walk it, and show up in that energy and actually just be in that moment instead of like expressing it before it happens. So yeah, guys. Unfortunately, I relapsed, and look, I I want to help inspire people the way I can, right? In a way God uses me for, not how I envision myself to be. So if I'm making this video and this relapse video helps somebody get back up and like try again, you know what? By all means, Lord, do it. Do I enjoy making this type of video? No. Is it good for my ego? No. Is it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I have to lay that aside because at the end of the day, this is not about me. You know what I'm saying? This is about Jesus. This is about the walk with Christ. This is about being aware of the narrow path, the narrow way. And it just goes to show how difficult it is to walk this path, especially as a guy that produces a lot of that has heightened sexual energy. You know what I mean? It can really, guys, I just want to let you know, like, I know how difficult it is, you know? So the best thing I can give you guys right now is to, if you guys relapse, make sure you learn what you needed to learn. Don't make that relapse go into waste, as in like you didn't get any value or information out of it to better be like resilient in this walk, is all I'm saying. And make sure a relapse should help you seek God, should encourage you to seek the Lord, should encourage you to really depend and rely on Him even more. You know what I mean? It's great that we're coming up with different ideas, different concepts, different whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like He has the authority. He is the promoter. He is the provider. And there's just some stuff that's not going to make sense that you're going to have to do because His understanding is higher than our understanding. There's going to be some times where it's like you're going to miss an opportunity. Yeah, there's going to be some times where you're going to be like, dang, I really want to take that opportunity. But I know if I do, then I won't be able to meet the criteria, meet the standard of what God has in store for me in the future. So it's like, you gotta understand you can only be in one timeline at a time. You can't be in multiple places at a time. You choose the timeline you are in. You know what I mean? And it takes time to rise above a certain frequency, to rise above a certain timeline, and you need your sexual energy for that. You need your essence, you need your presence. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna yeah, I've been yapping for like 15, 16 minutes. So yeah, guys, look, if I let you guys down, look, that's not my intention. Look, I shouldn't feel down, but this is what sin does, right? It's not a great feeling. And if you guys are going through that feeling after a relapse, just know that is one of the the consequences for you. But at the same time, don't let that spiral you down. Don't let that get you down. If anything, if it gets you to rock bottom, like, just know that, like, man, there's no other way but up now, because you're already down. Like, there's no other option. You know what I mean? You're already at the bottom. You're already at the pit. Like, now now the only way is up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys. But before we even go, make sure we learn the lessons from our recent relapse, okay? And yeah, that's all I have to say. I really want to, like I said, I'm gonna refrain from saying what I want to do. I'm just gonna do it, you know. And yeah, guys, like I said, if I disappointed you guys, maybe I overhyped myself, but at the end of the day, it was pride that made me realize, because I really relied on my own previous understanding. You know what I mean? And it's easier said than done, guys, because it's like, because when I'm in a moment where I'm feeling good, I'm on a high street, it's like, all right, I tend to be like, all right, I got it from here. Jesus, thank you for getting me up. I got it from here. But like, no. You know what I mean? And it's just like, now I'm back here again. But not all is lost. You know what I'm saying? I gained a valuable lesson. I gained a valuable insight. And I wasn't prideful in a way like, oh yeah, I'm on the high street, I'm looking down at everyone like you guys are all peasants, you guys are all peons. Like, no, not in that pride. Even though, like, yeah, that's really bad. I don't suggest you guys do that if you guys are on here, because you will be humbled real quick, real quick. I was in a pride in the sense of, okay, I'm able to handle this on my own now. That's a sense of pride. Like, yes, it's good to be independent and in control and have power over, like, your life, but at the same time, if you exalt yourself above Jesus, above the Lord, above his understanding, you're gonna find out real quick that you're a human, and you're limited to the human experience. And that goes for logic, that goes for emotional awareness, that goes for everything. But God is not limited to the human experience. He's not limited to the confines of human restriction. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this 3D realm, like, our understanding, our concept, our lived experience is confined in this dimension. You know what I mean? So, and that can only go that can only go so far. So it's really best to trust in the Lord, and this is something I have to work on, and something I have to be intimately engaged with every single day. That so yeah, guys, there's a lot of work on my side that I have to do. So, and I'm just here to put that out, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna cut this video now. It's been 20 minutes, and you know what I mean? Guys, I hope you guys took something from this message. You know what I mean? Like I've said, like I keep saying, I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? But the God who made me is perfect. And as you abide in him, you follow in his will, you are also perfect, right? In his eyes. So guys, stay strong. Don't let this get you down. Guys, if this video kind of got you down, look, that's not my intention. If anything, I'm there for you. If you guys are going strong on a high streak, like I support you guys. Keep doing what you guys are doing. You know what I mean? Stay locked in. Um, as for me, you know, I have a lot of work to do, and I'm not gonna stop making videos. I'm still gonna keep doing it. Right now, I'm just gonna, yeah, there's a lot of internal work I have to do before I even kind of put that energy back out again. So yeah. All right, guys. Keep me updated. Comment. You know, like whatever you guys want to do. I just want to know how you guys are doing, your experience, updates. All right, guys. See ya.